I like this version more than the original one. Because it makes the instruments stand out from each other. Very distinct. Yeah, I love that part. Anyway, this she is updating, so freak. And then I gotta go out tomorrow. I'm gonna take care of some papers. Man, you know what? Freaking adulting. I gotta be adulting, man. Just like yesterday, man. God damn. God damn. I can be a cute anime girl here on YouTube. I don't know if we're still allowed to. Freaking hell. Maybe I'll work overtime if they allow it. Instead of like... Man, I don't know if I gotta leave tomorrow early or... Man, I don't know. I gotta make my mind up. Like tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but tonight. Only 2 more days to get my shit done. God damn. But I'm remembering my freaking... God damn, they don't wanna help me. They don't wanna do the freaking process that's required, man. God damn. And now, of course, I kept it between me and them only. I didn't ramble to anyone else, so they don't know about my problem. God damn. Anyway, you see? I don't even know if they can help me. Freaking clapping, keeping to myself, you know. I freaking wonder why they don't want to do the process. Freaking... go to the office tomorrow or not? Freaking hell. So, I'm not in the condition to use my bike to the office because I haven't been cycling in more than 1 month. So I'm freaking atrophied. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be nice to see the gatehouse lady again, though. Yeah. And the guards, they're the same guards, and then the same food, sir. You already know I'm going for the food instead of shit. I mean, I've already been through that shit, man, months ago, man. Come on. You don't wanna help me. Come on, man. Bud. Come on, help me, bud. Lots of rambling today. Meow, 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 meow. Ga-ayo. Ga-ayo. Well, you can say it's totally my fault. I mean, fix my, shit way back. See, kids, this is what happens when you grow up as an alcoholic. You land in life, man. Gaano. That's why I keep telling you guys, don't be like me. Don't be like me, and I'd rather that you dislike me than you see. Gaano. Anyway, I mean, it was randomly bothering me a few times today. And I gotta. Oh wait. So today, I think I'm thinking about the reward, you call this, the reward system of the mind, you know. I don't know about other people who instead of like being strong not to relapse, they freaking relapse when they think, you know, they're a failure. Like, I'm wet anyway, why stay out of the rain, and that kind of mindset. Well, why are you still eating? Why are you still eating if you know that you'll freaking get hungry? Why are you still wiping your ass if you don't think you're gonna shit again, man? It's not. That's the freaking kind of mindset. No, might as well. That's how you sound. Ayo. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get to play my favorite, although this shit is making me lang. This is not the best experience, it's freaking choppy, no? Even the ground won't render. Got him! Meow 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 meow. You know, maybe they should just make it simpler, no? Remove that freaking animation. I think that's what's causing the FPS drop. Anyway, tomorrow I gotta leave, and then there's no occasion, but yeah, ordered food so that not just for myself. Can I tone this? Can I tone this? Or only specific vehicles can? Man, but of course when I speak to people in real life, I try not to sound like that, freaking disappointed or frustrated, I try to be plain or like freaking excited. Hell yeah. Yeah, I wanna do that in real life, firing so close to a friendly. Watch me fire. Hell yeah, Storm Tiger, get some.
Das da! Dort müsst ihr vorsichtig sein!
What you want, Ostwind? I think that's an anti-tank rifle. I wonder how the update is going. Gotta make sure not to bump it, not to destroy it.
We are halfway through. Keep going!
We're also winning for now. No, I love this so much that I I can bear playing like that. Kaya na, like I said, I ordered food, so I'm gonna have to stand up in a bit. Yes, the driver is on the way. And he's very close. It's good to remind myself that ordering is expensive, you know. You know, wanna keep on doing the groceries. Even if it's a hassle. Maybe get some bananas from the wet market. See, no, I never claimed to be a freaking genius who can do everything from scratch. I also need help from other people. Okay, I'm gonna go out. In a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go out. So, hold on guys. Okay, I'm back. Exit this. And I'm eating here. So yeah. I gotta keep on wiping my hand with a tissue. Every time I let go of the mouse and the keyboard. The mouse only though. This loading so slowly I can freaking finish the fries already. Meow, 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 meow. Yo, there's no one to match me with. It's the chosen with weapons. Armor piercing. Oh wow, so many. Devoted to Nargo. $2,000. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect. I wonder if we can get a fill. I'm really full. Meow, 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 meow. This was perfect though. Although we don't have a playmate. Meow, 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 meow. I'm smoking gin. What the frick is that? This is interesting. I'm gonna watch this. Listen.
Hey everybody, Q Paul here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to translate things like would and would have. And I know you might be thinking, well, that's pretty easy, Paul. I would just use the conditional in Spanish, piece of cake. Not so much. We don't always do that. Now, right away, you may be like, all right, so what level is this video at, Paul? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're an absolute beginner, watch it. I'll be talking about some things that are good for beginners. Now, there's some areas in here that are going to get more complex. So you folks that are intermediate, even high intermediate, are probably going to get something out of this, all right? And if you're really advanced, I don't really think you need a video like this, you know? If you speak Spanish at that level, just go watch television, gab with people. That's how you get better. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. And we're going to kick it off with probably, I would say, one of the first conditional phrases that English speakers learn. I would like. Me gustaría. Me gustaría. And for you people that are absolute beginners, that is going to be the conditional tense in Spanish. When you say conditional, in English that is our would. I would like. We learn that one first because we say that a lot in English, especially when we're ordering something. And that's why most of us learn it, because we want to be able to go into a restaurant and say, I would like a hamburger. Me gustaría una hamburguesa. Now I'm going to tell you, I have never heard a native Spanish speaker order food that way in my whole life, with me gustaría plus food item. And I've spoken Spanish for years, decades actually, traveled all around the Spanish-speaking world. I lived in a Spanish-speaking country for many years, never heard it. Well, I heard it, but I'd always hear it from tourists who learn Spanish as like a second language or trying to learn it. They used it constantly. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, stop ordering food like that. So now you're like, well, how should I order food, Paul? That does change by country and region. You know, if you're over in Spain, they like to use the verb poner a lot. Me pones un café or something like put to me a coffee, order things that way. You're not going to hear that over in Latin America. Very formal would be quisiera plus the food item. Quiero, I want, plus the food items, also very common. And that sounds kind of rude in English. I want a hamburger. Well, depends how you say it. I guess you could say it pleasantly. It might sound very direct to you, but it is very common in Spanish. It doesn't come off as rude unless you put that tone to it. Now you might be thinking, okay, so I thought me gustaría was great, Paul, and I still want to use it. You can still use it. Here's how I recommend you use it. Me gustaría plus an infinitive. That'll be your formula. An infinitive is unconjugated verb. Make sentences like that. You could say something like, I would like to eat. Me gustaría comer. I would like to go out to eat dinner. Me gustaría salir a cenar. And salir a plus infinitive is to go out to do something. Another good one for your word list. Now, as I go through the video, I'm going to be breaking these things down into little categories because I think that that's the best way to learn this. It's also a good way, for you to come back and find certain information for later. So our next category is we're going to be talking about polite requests. And I think this is perfect here because that's one of the reasons why you learned me gustaría in the first place was to ask people, politely for something. Now, this is where things will get weird. In English, we often use would to sound polite. Would you help me? Would you pass me the salt?
It's always in question form.
People usually just use the plain old present tense for this. I know that sounds very odd because it's like you're saying, you help me? You pass me the salt? Which sounds completely wrong in English. And, especially beginners, they're like, it sounds rude. It sounds rude to me. I should be using the conditional. What's polite in your language grammatically doesn't always transfer over to another language. That's why we have videos like this, folks. Videos like this. So, a lot of times when you're asking somebody politely for something, right, you're just going to use the plain old present tense. You're going to make it a question, and it's the tone that makes it polite, okay? May I do this? Would you help me? And that is in the informal. If it was formal, it could be, may I do that? You help me, or me ayuda usted? Maybe you want to put a por favor, a please in there. Me ayuda, por favor? Would you help me, please? Now in English, I'm still saying, would you help me, please? Because if I said, you help me, please, you're going to be like, Paul, that doesn't make any sense to me. And that's another example, and you'll hear me say this a lot. We don't really translate, we interpret. We look at something in the language, whether it's English or Spanish, and then we want to find the equivalent of what that would be natural sounding in the other language. And this is natural sounding, to use the present tense for things like this. Would you pass me the salt, please? In the informal, the tú form, ¿me pasas la sal, por favor? And in the usted form, you're just going to drop that S. ¿Me pasa la sal, por favor? Now, one verb that you're going to hear a lot in the present tense when you want somebody to bring you something is traer, traer, and that means to bring. And this is normally just going to be in the plain old present tense. And we're speaking to the waiter, we're speaking to usted, me trae un vaso de agua? Will you bring me a glass of water? And you can throw in that por favor if you like. But it's literally just saying, you bring me a glass of water. Well, more like a question. You bring me a glass of water?
Hello.
And I keep saying that because I know you're going to remember that. You're going to remember me saying these things. And when you're actually going to order, you're going to be like, but I want to make it into the conditional so much. I want to say, ¿me traería un vaso de agua? You can, but more natural sounding, you use the present tense, okay? Well, at least if you're just using the verb that way. Let me clarify that a little bit. You could use the verb poder, and you could put that in the conditional. It'd be like saying, could you bring me, right? Podría traerme, what am I asking for? Un vaso de agua, por favor. Could you bring me a glass of water? So you could do it that way if you're just using the verb present tense. Since we're talking about polite requests, I'm going to teach you a little phrase here that's pretty useful, and it uses the conditional. And it would be the equivalent of the English phrase, would you mind? And in the informal, it would be, te importaría. It uses importar, to be important to. And the polite one would use le importaría. Meaning usted, okay? And it means, would it be important to you? But it's more like, would you mind? Now, the easiest way to use this is just to plug in infinitives after it. If you're a formula person, you like to break down, Spanish into little formulas you can pop together, which I do highly recommend. If you're an adult learning the language, I think they're easier to remember. You'd have something like te importaría plus infinitive. Or it could be le importaría if you're using the usted form. Would you mind helping me? Do you want to try that one? Because I haven't had any coffee in a while. Would you mind helping me?
Oh yeah, they have the freaking... What's her name with Harry? It's Tentacle Lisa. What the? What the frick? Man, there are lots of freaks. Loading everything. Tentacle Lisa. Oh frick. God damn. Destroy all enemies. I didn't know this was search and destroy.
Tak jest! Aha!
Linia produkcyjna gotowa.
This map is usually taken home. I mean just home. No, it's freaking search and destroy.
Dobra.
This is very impractical for me. It's a freaking mech game.
Liczy się każdy strzał.
If World War I was fought with mechas,
Ostrożnie!
with mechs.
Musimy się schować! Zwróciliśmy na siebie ich uwagę!
Nowy zrzut w drodze.
Słucham. Spokojnie!
These are my favorite units. What the frick? You see, there's this more practical in real life. Bipedal robots are very practical. I love these guys. They got mortar tombs.
Zrzut dotarł.
Anyway, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow because I'm gonna do stuff. Gonna be a proper adult. Even if I pretend to be a freaking anime girl on YouTube. He said he's a soldier in Call of Duty. So I said I'm a cute anime girl on YouTube. And then the girl said she's a model on Instagram. And the guy said he's a soldier on Call of Duty. So I said I'm a cute anime girl on YouTube. I actually posted that in the old channel. So, Someone commented, "Thank you for making me feel like I'm not a loser." Lol. Meow. You know, I actually played this way back in 2013, and I posted the being super cut video, and it was very bad because my GPU was a GT730 DDR3, so not very good. It was averaging like 13 frames per second. Oh, too bad I couldn't get them. Yo, I think we lose. Anyway, the engine is ready, so and you know, since I think I have the same time as Lisa, fan art. You know, I can totally make those. I can make those tentacles using some fabric and feathers. Okay. I wonder what I saw, I don't know, yesterday. I wonder what people use this for. I thought it would be bigger. Droopy. It freaking drops. What do people use it for?
Green and silver. Flash mode. Here's the USB-C charging port. You can
Putang na. What the frick? He was pointing here. It's freaking down here, bro.
USB-C charging port.
Jeez. That's why I don't think he's the same guy holding it.
It can be directly installed on a 14mm muzzle.
That's it's an adapter. No. There's two kinds of adapter, this one and the longer one. I think this one is made out of zinc alloy. The longer one, I have that one also. It's made of aluminium.
With an adapter,
You know, I just pronounce it that way so that you guys know. I really don't mistake it for something else.
it can be installed on an 11mm muzzle, like this pistol and submachine gun. After installing the strip on this pistol, it seems to bid farewell to the holster,
Staccato.
but in fact, it still fits. T238 has specifically designed a muzzle flash and UV tracer device for pistol. Even with the strip installed, we can still draw the pistol and put it back into the holster smoothly. And complete the action of switching between primary and secondary weapons quickly.
I don't see many builds using it. Anyway. I guess people don't like the form. It does remind me of the Osprey suppressor. I'm remembering how much these cost in the Philippines, you know, in the freaking local market before Shopee, before Lazada. Everything was way more expensive several years ago. I guess maybe that's why people were more invested and were more passionate about it back then. You know, I don't know if it's legit, but T238 reached out to me in the older channel, but I don't wanna receive items though. I mean, if I'm gonna get a tracer, I'm gonna have to buy tracer babies, and that's gonna make me spend, and I don't like spending because I don't have money, and I don't wanna be in debt, even more debt for non-essential stuff. I mean, you know, I'm willing to work for money, but I don't wanna be in too much debt. Man, you know, I like money as much as the next person. And you know what? Kitchen isn't as good as razor in my opinion, for my purpose.
Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Incoming.
Oh yeah, You know, I think I only like one airsoft YouTuber. Freaking Storm. Yo, what happened to my mic? It's like it's so soft. The only difference between me and him is that he's funny.
What's up guys, so today I got the opportunity to play with the
Oh yeah, and I think he always plays in California.
Norwich SSR 9. This is their new M4P.
You know, I don't wanna go there, you know. It's hot. It's hot in the Philippines, but it's not arid.
PCC, pistol caliber carbine AG. Like before, they didn't specify what the video would be about. It could be a review, gameplay, whatever, as long as the SSR9 is featured. What I'm going to be doing today is first showing off a little bit of gameplay, and then I'll be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly things for this SMG. The review starts here. As always, if you'd like to skip forward to it and just hear what I have to say about its attack power levels. The Head of Decay causes what would have been healed for your Knight Errant, as well as some bonus. Trigger shot. Fuck it, let's just go now.
I think he got more hits than I have all my life.
Straight ahead.
Oh man, that's a waste of money.
That's not good. Just wanted to hop in here and clarify, this is a temporary map that we're sometimes allowed to play on here at Code Red. It actually belongs to the paintball field next door to Code Red, and it's sort of set up like a speedball course. My only real gripe with this field is that the cement cylinders all over the map are white, so it's very hard to see where your BBs are going when you're shooting at players that are taking cover behind these cylinders.
Oh, what?
Wibbly wobbly! Don't blink! Hey!
Yeah, no, that's what I love about her. Okay, who am I gonna grind today? I have no idea. What's your level? 70. Man, I hate this. Not enough forage for that. Guys, I think I'm gonna chicken out. I said I'm gonna do an open cam. I'm gonna do an open cam on Halloween, but I think I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna still use the voice changer. Where's that merchant who sells core lapis? Where is she? And you know what people are freaking out over the end of support for Windows 10. I don't know what's on their mind, like it's the end of the world or something. It's just like what happened to freaking Windows 2007 and ME. Man, where's that lady? Come on.
Can't believe
Hi. What? What's up, Marine? Frick. Where is she? Come on. Chef Mao. Where is she? I think she's here somewhere. Here. Near that diamond icon.
New stock at Sugo Antiques?
How come we don't have playable plus size characters? I think we should have plus size characters for playable, no? US, sure. Three more days of buying from that lady. But what's this? Yeah, basically, why not? What's wrong with that? Maybe I don't know, just to be inclusive. Meow, 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 meow. I'm trying to sound inclusive. Excuse me. Bengal cat. Meow, 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 meow. Man, we just need a cat. We just need a cat so that the rats and the other bugs can disappear. We don't need a big one. I want a small kitty. I want a permanently small kitty. Meow, 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 meow. Loafing kitty. Enhancement. Maybe this one. I know. Maybe I'll regret this, but whatever. Boom Boom. Boom Boom Pharmacy. This is where Chi-Chi is from, right? Welcome to Boom Boom Pharmacy. May I take your order, please? What about the LGBT characters? What about LGBT characters, bro? Transracial characters. Oh! Okay, I don't know what to do. Oh. Don't know what to do without you. No, 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 no.
Floaty, floaty.
Floaty, floaty, hello. Crank the hog. Hell yeah, brother. Hog is cranked. Don't know what to do without you.
Boba, get them! Cut to the chase. Incoming. Don't blink. With sword comes shadow. Nice and spicy.
Come on, get back here.
Boba, get them! Incoming.
Man, I've been abusing coffee. Maybe I should cut down on coffee.
Don't slip and fall.
Meow 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 meow.
Don't blink. Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
See, Razor is very strong. Don't know what to do without you. You know, I wouldn't have guessed that was Blackpink. Because, you know, their image is mostly badass. It's like you never hear them sing like that. But I think they got really famous because some of their songs are in English.
Nice and spicy.
Run away with me. Don't know what to do without you.
You're toast! With sword comes shadow.
My work finished.
Get back!
Can't run. Well, neither can I. Stay right there.
Boba, get them! Cut to the chase.
You know,
Looks like I went too far.
Don't blink.
don't know what to do without you.
Nice and spicy.
Let's end this quickly.
You know, boom.
This isn't good.
Oh wow. You know, I really can't believe the song is theirs. You know, Lisa is originally Thai. That's why she kinda looks different. You. And I really like Twice more.
Guys, ang overall electricity rate this October ay 13 pesos.
Fancy. I think I can still do the parts of the dance. This part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fancy you. I really like that part. It looks hard, but it's pretty easy actually. 2 and 3 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. In that part, the rest I don't know.
Boba, get them! Incoming!
Oh yeah, I know. You know, during the lockdown, I was bored out of my mind. So, I would do Neo Honda dance like every day. Part of it. Mitsubishi yung putik. Did they take it down already? Diba? my model is heavily influenced by this one. I'm basically a rip-off. Yeah, I know this part. 1, 2. 三つ星まで跳ねてたので優勢君の夢の愛を目指し夢を今すぐいいI can dance that part. Yeah, this part. 1, 2, 3. 三つの縛って歩きのみので優勢君と夢と愛を目指しゆくよ今すぐ三つ星そろって光って眩しいって優勢前を向いてノンストップand dash Up until there, and then this part is like the intro. I think she's gonna do the guitar first, and then the Lady Gaga dance, Bad Romance, guitar, Lady Gaga. Three, four, 1, 2. Arms, fist in the air 2 times. Yeah, I can still remember some parts of it. You like that outfit, don't you? I also like that one.
Don't blink! Hey! Incoming! Good?
Man, that's why I freaking based my model on it. You know, when I saw the memes, I think that's the first time I went like, oh damn, I wish I were me Honda. You know, like years before I started VTubing, even before I knew about VTubers. You know what, if I were really confident that I'd keep my job, if I'm really confident, maybe I'd spend more, but right now I can't, man. Consider me broke. Consider me broke. And always on the edge. I'm on the edge of glory.
Nice and spicy! Speed of light! Let's see! Incoming! Hey!
Pick the wrong test subject.
You know, okay, I'm gonna be honest, my hair is this long. You know, in real life, my hair is this long. I don't know if I'm gonna take a picture, you know, but my hair is this long. At the moment. 三つ星ばって弾けて飛び乗ってる You say 지우려 이마승우 밑은 머리 서럽네 마무리 때를 say Don't stop and dance 하지는 못해 That was a one guitar solo also. I cannot play it because it's so wild. No, I can develop so many characters. +3. Don't have a lot of Mora. And I like how they didn't make her too skinny. Yes, I think she was too skinny in the first games. It's a good thing I didn't get sick from the other day, you know, I was out, I was on my bike and it was raining. A light shower. It's a good thing I didn't get sick. It sucks to be sick. I know you so I'll never let you go. I'll do anything for you. What the freak is the point of sitting down in this game? I guess if you wanted to see your character sat down.
Speed of light. Good. Let's see.
I love you so I'll never let you go.
Scuba, get them. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Speed of light. Hey, got lucky that time. With sword comes shadow. Eat this!
You know, next time, don't even wanna mention it because I don't wanna Oh, look at that booty. Just kidding. 10 out of 10 wood. If you bent over, 10 out of 10 wood. Help me, step bro. I'm stuck.
Incoming. Huh?
Meow, 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 meow.
Race you. Nice and spike. Cut to the chase. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Incoming.
5,000 electro damage. I don't give something to go. You know, of course, Reddit is full of cyberbullies. Freaking cyberbully. Quit. Tangin lang yan. Bullshit. Man, it's bullshit. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Japanese guy LARPing as Hamas. Please be a guy, 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 please be a guy. I soup. Nee. I've seen this. I think that's a real gun. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Military design. Shut up, kid. Maybe you should have saved up for real night vision instead of freaking dominance. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm a freaking anime girl on YouTube, but I don't push the freaking LGBT agenda here. And it's for long reach. Jesus H. Christ. But I think that was trolling. Nung political, they always post political shit here. And karma farming my ass, man. Okay, I've seen this. Forget to build the bear. I wonder what that's from. Yeah, I like Nishika also. There's British DPM, German Flecktarn, US Woodland, and US Night Desert. Those are niche. Wasp. Man, but why do you care so much about that? Cat. Yeah, I prefer the old school. That's why I use the old school. I've been using mine for like 7 years already. Please me a guy, please me a guy, please me a guy, please. Your Call of Duty skills don't know what the freak. The freak are you talking about, man? You know, people make fun of the walking stick, but it's not for the body. It's for prodding the ground for like snakes and stuff. And maybe for the military, you know, prodding like mines and I don't know, tripwire. I don't know. I never served, so I don't know. Putang ina, femboy detected ang body. They're really pushing it. Yeah, I think this guy served or something. Whatever. Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
Sneak up in every...
Oh yeah, this is where they cyberbully some. I think these guys are Norwegian. These kids are Norwegian. I mean, they all think that the Third Reich is Sigma. They all think that being a nuts, the N-word nuts, is based. I mean, they're edgelords. And I don't want them to stop what they're doing. I just don't want to see them do it. Yeah. Why are you? And this guy, I've seen this one. Oh no, he posted a serious problem on the freaking troll group. Unique ang putik. Oh, this is the Korean woodland. I'm not sure if this is one is the new German multi-tarn. I'm not sure. You know, this is my exact chronograph. Look at this chronograph. Okay, that's enough freaking. Okay. Oh, there's a spoiler. I'm gonna cut the video first. I'm gonna check if it's safe. Okay. Okay. It's just open. Spoiler. What the freak? Oh look, it's like storm. It's a stupid scene. What's his name? Dr. Disrespect. The same. They don't really move very well. I mean, no offense to, no offense, but you know, you're trying to show slow is fast. What? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, whatever. Okay, that's enough cyberbully pun for today. I remember looking through Reddit, seeing one of the good American impressionists, and they're really Americans, but when I got to chat with them on Facebook, I don't want to talk to them anymore. You know, as I was telling him how much I love Fly with the F, but he keeps on telling me to get Cry. He's one of those people who don't understand preference. Where is he? Again, that's what I called Reddit today. Cyberbully pun. Oh yeah, last night I was listening to a channel, like, I don't know, maybe they were teaching English, and heard some
Nice and spicy. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Speed of light. I'm the fry pan. Don't blink. Eat this.
And it's a good thing he doesn't double down on what he doesn't know. Oh, tangina. Like me, he says, I don't know. And he can't explain it exactly. I think that's better than others. Him trying to sound matter-of-factly.
Speed of light. Incoming. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Hey!
Meow, 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 meow. That's
Nice and spicy.
meow, 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 meow. You know, I have a lot of cheese in the fridge. Lol. I have like 3 sticks of quick dry cheese, quick melt for when I cook. The usual. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Right at that.
Incoming. Hey! Nice and spicy.
Meow, 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 meow. I mean, Victorian era English isn't very far. Like he said, it's just very formal. We're talking about the era, okay? The time, not politics or anything.
Have you read Oliver Twist by Mr. Dickens?
The Victorian era is considered to be the golden age of
Charles Dickens.
It was a time of contrast, of prosperity and poverty, of morality and depravity, of peace and protest. Queen Victoria herself embodied a number of contradictions and influenced scores of writers, both directly and indirectly. Here is a brief overview of Victorian literature, Time History.
A new job. Done.
Over the 6 decades of Queen Victoria's reign, some 60,000 works of prose fiction were published in Great Britain alone. This unprecedented growth was due in part to the spread of education, the emergence of the middle classes, and the proliferation of more affordable reading materials. As an increasing proportion of the population became literate, so too did the demand for new types of literature increase, a demand that was met by more than 7,000 authors. Queen Victoria came to the throne during the world's first industrial revolution, a time characterized by rapid change and development. key advances in communication methods and the growth of the railway network led to a boom in print production and distribution. Novels dominated the Victorian literary marketplace, first appearing in the standard 3-volume format. However, these triple-deckers were expensive for the middle and working classes. The dominant publishing format for the era made novels more affordable for the growing masses of new readers.
Nowhere to hide.
Novelists like Charles Dickens, William Thackeray, and George Eliot serialized their works by publishing their novels in a series of installments. Writers frequently ended each installment on a cliffhanger, making the reader anxious for the next episode. Penny Bloods, later known as Penny Dreadfuls, were especially popular. Issued weekly and cheaply produced, these booklets provided highly sensational stories for just a penny. Although much fiction was targeted at specific markets, increasing numbers of works appealed across class, age, and gender. Writers were impelled to depict life as
Speed of light. Don't blink. Hey, with sword comes shadow.
Science fiction,
I taste blood.
And even fantasy. On February 10, 1840, Victoria and Albert were married. A proponent of industrial development, Prince Albert took an active interest in arts and sciences. He commissioned the Great Exhibition of 1851, the first international exhibition of its kind, with a view to commemorating Britain's industrial and technological progress. The development of science profoundly influenced the literature of the Victorian era. Starting in the 19th century, the invention of the rotary press enabled printing on an industrial scale. Cheaper single-volume yellowbacks and paper-bound editions of existing works began to be sold. The sheer volume and diversity of print material was revolutionary, reaching broader audiences than ever before. Non-fiction works, from philosophical writings to political essays, made their mark on the literature. Following Romanticism, Victorian writers were influenced by the themes of the previous era. They developed their own distinct style, giving rise to a new age of poetry with a focus on realism, skepticism, and a sense of responsibility. With its novels, periodicals, and circulating libraries, the city of London became a hub for literature. Dickens, whose stories still bring Victorian
Charles
London to
Dickens.
life, was immensely popular during his own lifetime. Queen Victoria herself was an admirer of Dickens' work.
I've had 9 children and 42 grandchildren and have almost 1 billion citizens.
The 19th century also witnessed the imperial expansion of the British Empire, a development that did not go unnoticed nor unquestioned by Victorian authors. By the end of Victoria's reign, the British Empire had extended over about 1/5 of the Earth's surface, encompassing almost 1/4 of the world's population. Explorers, soldiers, and colonial administrators, among others who traveled in service of the empire, produced accounts of their experiences. The legacy left behind by Victorian writers reflect the enormous changes of the period. In absorbing both neoclassical and romantic literary tradition, the Victorian era was highly conscious of its connections to the past, and yet also sensed its role in shaping the future, paving the way for the creation of literary modernism.
I keep watch. You leave?
Farina. I don't really like Farina.
You call me.
Okay, in the next 4 minutes or so, I'm going to show you exactly how to go from confused and unpredictable on YouTube to having a very clear step-by-step system that creates videos that perform consistently on your channel, even if you've been stuck uploading videos with little to no
it's a lot of
growth for
frame
months
jumps.
on it.
Let's go.
Romanticism is one of the most important historical events. Unlike a lot of what gets called history, Romanticism isn't a war or a piece of technology or a political event. It refers to the birth of a new set of ideas. It's about a mindset and a way of feeling. Romanticism began in Western Europe in the mid-18th century in the work of artists, poets and philosophers, and it subsequently spread all over the world, changing how millions of people look at nature, children, love, sex, money and work. We are all now, more or less, in some aspects of our sensibilities, romantics. Romanticism is best understood as a reaction to the birth of the modern world and some of its key features: industrialization, urbanization, secularization, and consumerism. What follows are some of the central moments in the history of Romanticism. The Marais, Paris, May 1762. The Swiss philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau publishes a book about the raising of children, Emile, or On Education. It contains diatribes against the oppressive world of adults and praises the natural goodness, spontaneity and wisdom of little children. It is at points extremely anxious to get mothers to breastfeed their offspring. There are sustained argument for this practice in Western civilization. The world around Rousseau is growing ever more rational, scientific and technologically based. It's increasingly sensible, planned, sterile and bureaucratic. Against all of this, Rousseau emphasizes the child, the original rebel, the representative of everything that's pure, unschooled, and outside of adult discipline. It's the seed of creativity. Genius. For the first time in Western history, glamour is directed not at the attainment of reason and adult self-control, but at the freedom from tradition and the natural innocence and sweetness of the child. Brook Street, London, August 1770. A precocious 17-year-old poet called Thomas Chatterton downs some arsenic and ends his life in a tiny attic apartment. He kills himself because no one wants to publish his poetry, which is concerned with beauty and wisdom, and because his uncomprehending family are applying pressure for him to become a lawyer. A cult soon grows up around the young, beautiful poet with shoulder-length chestnut hair. He becomes an emblem of something that will become very important for romantics: the idea of the sensitive, doomed person, often an artist, rejected by a cruel, vulgar world. Chatterton stands at the head of a long line of romantic heroes that will stretch from Byron to Keats to Van Gogh and eventually all the way to Jim Morrison and Amy Winehouse. Romanticism borrows from Christianity. The romantic hero is a secularized, Christ-like figure, the loser who is in truth deeply noble in the eyes of the few who understand. Leipzig, Germany, 1774. The German author Goethe publishes the quintessential romantic love story, The Sorrows of Young Werther. It tells the story of a passionate, doomed love affair between a young poet called Werther and a beautiful, clever young woman called Charlotte. Unfortunately for Werther, Charlotte is married, so the love is impossible from the very start. But that doesn't stop Werther, a dreamy, impractical young man who loves the arts above all else. Like Chatterton, Werther is under pressure to have a sensible career and join bourgeois life, but he can think of only one
bourgeois life. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna check something. Now I'm gonna go get water. You know, if I'm gonna have a sideline, I'm gonna go back to making patch cables. They don't make them like they used to. One of the parts in the heads isn't as durable as freaking 10 years ago. It's like they're freaking disposable nowadays. Or if you accidentally step on them, you know, I identified the problem with this last time. Meow meow. I go be. Back of A.
我操，这他妈开了吧！我说实话。
你们。
哥们，你在干嘛？哥们。
喵。I go B again.
对面那个蓝色他妈的枪爆头吗？
喵。
哥们别疯好不好啊？这打游戏就打游戏。
喵。One rush.
Of his heart. Eventually,
why is their volume so low? Complete immersion.
Smooth sailing at the DLI. The atmosphere in the classroom can get tense. In the early days, it's high stress with the fast pace of learning.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone and staying there, that feels more like luck than something you can control. So that's why we made Brain FM. It's like a do not disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes using science and sound. Brain FM guides your brainwaves into an optimal state for productivity called neural phase locking, which lets different parts of your brain work together more easily. Compared to average music, Brain FM actually increases and sustains your focus over time, letting you stay in the zone for as long as you want. You can also use Brain FM for relaxation, meditation, and even sleep. But don't take our word for it. Join millions of others and try it yourself for free. And see what you get done with Brain FM.
The French Foreign Legion is an elite part of the French army entirely of foreigners, and when new recruits join the Legion, they need to learn the French language fast.
J'étais étudiant, quand j'ai des problèmes financiers pour poursuivre, j'ai abandonné pour m'engager.
Je voulais gagner un peu plus d'argent parce que chez nous, se gagne pas trop.
And if you complete your service, you get some pretty serious perks. A new French identity, a new French birthday, whatever that is, and even a French passport. But you can't have any of this stuff if you don't learn to speak French.
For me, going to the French Foreign Legion, the biggest step, I wasn't even scared about like being in the military or going to basic training or being sent to a war zone or anything. I was just scared about having to learn a second language. I mean, in South Africa, no one speaks French. I don't think I've ever met a French person before.
That was Luciano, who we'll be hearing more from later. He was trained in French when he joined the Foreign Legion using their special Kepi Blanc method, infamous for its speed and effectiveness, and we'll be exploring that method in this video. But first, a question you might be asking. The Foreign Legion is a part of the French army, legendary for its brutal discipline. Men between the ages of 17 and 40 come from all over the world for the adventure and a new start in life, not to mention the salary. They are trained as elite French-speaking soldiers, or legionnaires. However, it ain't easy not to get in and not to stay. So they don't have to convince them with a very interesting language test. More on that in a moment. Who is South African and served in the parachute regiment in the Foreign Legion. He was legitimately terrified about learning French, and that fear was justified, but not for the reasons he thought. Your first clue is this. The Foreign Legion is the only part of the French military that does not swear allegiance to France, but rather to the Legion itself. It is a serious business, although they are on Instagram, so how scary can they be? So anyway, how do you get in? There is only one way to enroll. You simply turn up in person at one of the recruiting centres in France. You can't send an email, you can't make an appointment, you just turn up and they're waiting for you.
You knock on the door, they open the door, and you're in for 5 years, basically.
Now, when you join, you don't need to know any French. In fact, most men arrive not understanding a single word of French. So how on earth do they know if you'll be good enough to learn the language? Well, there is a test, but it's not what you think. Are you a school dropout? Nobody cares. Got 5 PhDs? Still, no one cares. To get into the French Foreign Legion, all you have to do is pass a language proficiency test in your own native language. More on that in just a moment. But that's not all that you have to pass. There will be pull-ups, a run.
They must have Filipino also, no?
And the swim, medical tests, interviews, an IQ test, psychological and personality tests. And you might want to check your teeth in the mirror. Most of them still need to be in your mouth. Now, all this vetting by French intelligence can take up to a month and a half, and you are at the centre the whole time. And then, well, it's pass or fail. Only 1 in 10 candidates will make it through selection. Only 1 in 12 will make it through the 5-year contract. So, Luciano, how did you hear that you'd made it in?
To be honest, I never knew I was accepted until I actually arrived at my regiment, and I was like, okay, I'm actually here and I'm staying.
So this is not for the faint-hearted. After signing your contract, you're on probation for 6 months, and as long as you didn't do anything crazy, well, you're good to go. Get ready to live, work, and breathe in French. Training begins at the 4th Foreign Infantry Regiment, Castelnau country town in southern France. The Legionnaires was known as the Farm. In 2020,
Come on, just tell us how they learn French, man. Just tell us how they learn French.
But also very stressful psychologically. The perks though, well, after 3 years they can apply for French citizenship. The French language is taught on a daily basis as part of basic training, but unlike at DLI in the US, there is no luxury of sitting at a desk all day studying. No, that is not tough enough for the Foreign Legion. I will let Luciano explain in just a minute. Now, the initial boot camp is 17 weeks long, and the linguistic goal during that time is to become conversational in French.
I don't think they would disclose all the kinds of punishments though.
Verbs. And most of the verbs that they were using, the guys had like no idea what they were. I mean, like the definition of the words, most people had no idea like how to find it. If it was translated to English, most of the guys don't even speak English, so it doesn't really help if he gives any like instructions in English. Not really.
Well, there seem to be very few formal classes, but when they do happen, the main focus of those classes is to learn the actual meanings of the words and phrases that you've been regurgitating like parrots out there in training. So the lieutenant will write something on the board and you will repeat after him over and over until you get it. And they certainly know how to make it a visual experience. The lieutenant orders a recruit to jump on the table and you all say, he's on the table. And he tells another one to crawl underneath it and you say, he's under the table. Like we said earlier, on top of this basic functional French here, they also throw in a lot of military vocabulary related to military command and equipment. So it's a fairly direct, even simplistic method, but it is clear and ambiguous. And you can see why that's a smart approach when you remember that these guys come from all walks of life with diverse levels of literacy and education. A lot of them have no clue what's even going on.
The method of the Legion is repetition. So you just basically get drilled the same thing over and over again until everybody has the same minimum base. And once everybody has the same minimum base, it's only then that they actually start advancing. I didn't feel that there was much progression in the lessons, and I don't feel it was structured in a way to progress. I think the base of the lessons was just to get every Legionnaire to the same base level.
Very interesting, that fast track to getting them all on the same level. And you're going to see how the language partner fits in here in just a minute. What's interesting here though is that unlike the DLI, the Defence Language Institute, where everyone in the class speaks English, in the Foreign Legion you've got people with all different mother tongues, all learning one language, French, so it's definitely not a level playing field and the instruction has to cater to that. And that's why it's important to emphasise that in the Foreign Legion, the classroom learning is mostly a formality. The majority of the French learning happens on the ground while you're training, which makes it really quite different from DLI or the Missionary Training Centre for that matter, where classroom learning is required. So given all of this, what do the actual learning material look like?
Every Legionnaire gets a Carnet de Legionnaire, which is like a basic instruction book, all the different weapon systems that you use, all your different tactics. It has a little bit about like the French Foreign Legion history. A lot of the French lessons are based on that because understanding that book is basically the whole reason why we have basic instruction, because everybody that finishes basic instruction needs to have a pretty good
still up from what I said.
Okay, so we've seen that writing plays a role in this. People see the instructor writes these French words to be copied down, then he leads you through verb conjugation step by step. It's kind of like
a lot of the French lessons are based on that.
Verb conjugations. Step by step. It's kind of like everything step by step that you need to learn. And in all of this, repetition is the method of the Legion. Drill, drill, drill. And whatever you do learn in French, you will be repeating that every hour that you are awake. Exercises get more complex week after week with new words, new verbs, new sentences and new situations to learn. So there is a lot of repetition. But I'm curious, what do you think of this method so far? Let me know in the comments. I just want to also throw...
Then you die when you get deployed, no? You get deployed somewhere in Africa and die. I go me. Meow meow meow. More at me.
Decoy.
Sorry. Guys, help. Good job. No, I'm still top pro. So that's how they learn. By batch. And repetition, drill. Meow, 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 meow. Knock off E. Bomb E.
有，好枪，掉波，这掉波。
I can't understand what you're saying.
This in a little disclaimer, I guess. Like with all large-scale programs like this, everyone has a slightly different experience, and the training does change over time as well. So if you happen to be in the Legion and you had a different journey, I'd love to read your stories in the comments. But for now, well, you haven't heard the best part yet. All of these classroom sessions, well, you're going to be doing them late at night. Yes, that's right, in the Foreign Legion, formal French lessons come only after a hard day's work, between 8 and 10 p.m. So you're already completely knackered, and you will hear about that hard day's work in just a minute, because it involves extremely long hours and sleep deprivation, which is also a learning environment. But let's first go back to the language partner, or binôme, that I mentioned earlier. And this is going to be fun. New recruits are teamed up with francophones, that is, with recruits who can already speak French, whether from Belgium, the Congo, or wherever, which can be good, but also very bad.
So how it works, you actually get designated a francophone. Well, not personally, but it depends on what ratio there is within the section. But generally there's probably one francophone, which is somebody that can communicate and understand French, to between 5 and 10 recruits that don't speak any French whatsoever. And it's their job to make sure that you understand, because when you don't understand, the recruit plus the francophone gets hazed. So you're going to both be doing physical punishment. So it's in the best interest of the French speaker to make sure that everybody understands what's going on.
Seriously? Okay, no, I don't know about you, but I don't think I would want to be a binôme in the Legion.
There's no common communication between us and the francophone. I mean, most of them only speak French and maybe a tiny bit of English if you're lucky, or Spanish. But they don't speak Russian, they don't speak Nepalese, they don't speak the languages that all the other recruits are speaking. So for them to communicate with the guys that don't understand anything in French is a challenge in itself. I mean, I give them a lot of respect because they had a hard time.
So there's that punishment again. Let's get the details. We already know what happens if you forget your French.
The way that the Legion works is there's a lot of physical punishment for mistakes. So as soon as you didn't understand something or you made a mistake, you're going to do push-ups, we crawled around the building, we're running around the building. To add to all of that,
I thought they were gonna punch you and kick you. Meow, 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 meow. Frick.
你手 A 我去 B， 你手 B 我去 A。哎呦，怎么到我们家一个？我们家一个。
I can't understand the word you're saying, bro. You speak English.
Terrorists win.
但你退枪，你退那个，你随便。
没事，最后一把了。我买了道具。
only got 2 of them. Bro, you hit me, bro. Good job. Give me. Go B, bomb, whatever.
这个在假看，以后这种
妈不是挂是啥呀？
不用理他，以后这种逼不用理他，就是只要他不那个，就是他没有5秒以上没发出声音，就完全不用理他。
中路前。
别乱扔道具行不行啊？不是你扔的，不是你扔的，我后面那个人。
我这个烟是丢失了吗？啊！
哦，不是你的烟，我在做啥？
我的伞，我准备摆一下那个。
刚伞是你扔的吗，麦当当？
是啊，我准备摆一下交道的，我怕他们压出来。
哦，因为我刚才在交道，然后我突然在背后吃了颗伞。有点红温了。
Hello, I see that there's 2 people here. Hello, welcome to the stream. All I do here is play video games and grumble. You know, complain about my day. No, there's 3 people. Hello. You know, wave at you. Hello. Wave. Hi. Thanks for coming. Chicken, 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 chicken.
我操！我这没。不要了，不要了，不要了。
One there.
麦当男刚刚怎么说呢？刚刚不是针对你，我是针对那个野排的那个的。啊，因为他开机我叫，然后那打得我有点烦躁，那我还为他扔的刀子。
没事没事，我的。
Yo, hello. Even because I am a meow 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 meow. Frick. There's one more there, blue.
打 A 最多2个 ，A 最多2个。
Oh.
我的。那个比我少了2000。
Come on, I don't wanna get the rank here. Freak.
今天手感真弹。
问题不大。我手感也弹的。
我今天和昨天的手感不对。
You know, after the stream, I'm gonna drink lots of water. I'm gonna do a detox. I'm gonna do a freaking caffeine detox. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow because I gotta do stuff. You know, I gotta do stuff tomorrow. Bye bye, thank you. I'm still almost up front. We're taking by 1 point. Anyway guys, I gotta go now. You know, I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow. Thank you for coming, okay? Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. I hope so too. You be good and bye bye. Bye bye. Thanks again, bye bye.